Hello, and welcome back to the cookie jar for another adventure in cream puff murder. We are doing the 13th recipe today called the guilt-free parfait. So a lot of this recipe is, in all honesty, side notes, because the actual recipe itself is pretty simple. You're going to want a small box of sugar-free lemon, lime, and raspberry jello. You're going to want the 0.3 ounce boxes, 4 half-cup servings per box, a cup of boiling water for each package of jello, a cold cup of diet ginger ale for the bottom of the lemon. You're going to want a diet lemon lime soda for the middle layer, and 1 cup of cold soda water, Sally's Canada Dry seltzer, obviously for the top layer. So it says Hannah's note, you can use any flavor of sugar-free jello you wish, but it's pretty if the layers are contrasting colors. You can also use any carbonated diet drinks that you wish in the gelatin layers. It says you use canned diet soda whenever possible. It has more fizz than the large bottles. If you can find it, use a small bottle of soda water or seltzer rather than the 2-liter type. I didn't get diet drinks. I did get the sugar-free lemon or the jello, but the drinks, I just grabbed regular drinks. It says, of course, you could make this dessert a dish using just 1 flavor of sugar-free gelatin. Making it with 3 layers gives you 3 flavors and 3 colors, and makes you feel as if you're eating something very special. You're going to want 6 small parfait glasses. It says you could also use balloon wine glasses. You're going to boil a cup of water, add the sugar-free jello, stir until it's dissolved, about a minute, and then you're going to refrigerate that for 10 minutes, not to harden, just to cool it down. You're going to add the cup of whatever soda to whatever jello. It says to stir it gently, avoid stirring too much, you don't want to break down the bubbles. Pour that into the bottom layer of your glasses. It says rinse out the bowl, you can use it again for the next. You're going to refrigerate that for about an hour. And that's done, you repeat the process with the lime, a cup of boiling water, jello, stir it for a minute, refrigerate it for 10 minutes, add a cup of soda, pour it on top of the layer before, and refrigerate it for an hour. Rinse, repeat with the raspberry and the club soda. So it has a note at the end that once you're done refrigerating for your final time, you can add 3 raspberries to each parfait glass before serving. You can also use a small strawberry or a thin slice of peach or pear. It also mentions that Sally says to tell you she's going to make some with sugar-free strawberry kiwi jello on the top layer and decorate each glass with a slice of kiwi because that's really exotic here in Lake Eden, Minnesota. So it seems very, very simple. It's just going to take about 3.5 hours. But with all that being said, let's show you what we got. This is essentially what you're going to need to make this. Okay, so I have a bowl. I'm going to mix it in this one because it'll be easier to pour it out. So I'm going to measure a cup of boiling water. Okay. And then the lemon jello. Stir this up for a minute. I have never worked with sugar-free jello before. I always get the regular kind, so this will be different. This is supposed to go in the fridge for 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, you're going to want to get a cup of cold soda. It's still wibbly wobbly slushy. And now it says to just add it and stir it gently. Just avoid too much stirring and then pour it into the bottom. Looking at these, I'm not entirely sure I have enough room in these glasses to do all 3. Maybe I should have gone with the wine glasses. Those seemed excessively large. All right, so now these will go in the fridge for 1 hour. and we'll see what we end up with. So we are right around the hour mark. And I realize I probably should have started this part about 10 minutes before the hour was over, because you got to mix it and chill it before you add it to the next layer. So I'll remember that for this layer and the next layer. All right, so we need the cup of boiling water. And our box of lime jello this time. This is to go with the Sprite. Give it a quick stir for a minute. There still seems to be a little bit at the bottom, so I'm going to keep stirring it for a little bit longer. That looks better. All right, so let's go in the fridge for 10 minutes. Okay, we are ready for the next stage. We have our lime jello, and we have our lemon lime soda. I just want to measure out a cup of that. And then we're going to pour it in and gently stir it up. I do not think I'm going to have room for 3 layers in these, and that is concerning. But let's pour the next layer. These are, I don't know, hopefully set enough that they'll make layers. Hopefully between the 6 of them, there's still enough room for the raspberry layer. These are going to go back in the fridge for an hour. All right, we are ready to start mixing our final layer. So once again, a cup of water. Remember, boiling water. Packet of raspberry jello this time. That stirred in for a minute. I do find it odd that the other 2, one is mixed with ginger ale, one's mixed with Sprite. This one is mixed with soda water, which I did not realize how many types of water there were. There's mineral water, there's club soda, there's tonic water, there's seltzer water, there's sparkling water. And I'm sitting here looking at all these options, and I had no idea what to choose because I forgot the book mentioned seltzer. So I ended up going with club soda because it had soda in the name. So hopefully that doesn't turn this into a terrible ordeal for this. All right, I think we are mixed. I don't see any bits floating, so we're going to pop this in the fridge for 10 minutes. Okay, so for the last time, we have our cold soda water, whatever you found to use. You want a cup, pour that in. I find that the ginger ale had the least amount of foam. For some reason, it seemed like it had none, whereas the club soda seems to have the most, and the Sprite had a little bit. Now we're just going to pour this on top and fill up our cups. I guess keyword here is gently, because that one definitely blended. Which is strange, because it had just enough setting time as the other one did, so. Yeah, definitely need to do it gently, because don't pick up them as full. Whoops. I do think I'm going to have a little excess Jello. Unless I can manage to squeeze it in one of these. There we go. We have our 3 layers. It does say to put these back in the fridge. It doesn't say how long. It just says once they are set, you can top them with fresh fruit or put the tops on them. So I'm going to put them back in the fridge. I think it's going to take closer to 1.5 hours to 2 hours for all of this to firmly set. So we'll come back in about an hour and check on them and decide if it's going to be 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So here they are. You got 6. They're not, like this one accidentally got a little more mixed than it should have been when I poured it in. It went in a little heavy and bled through. But the rest of them seem to come out pretty well. So this is the Guilt-Free Parfait, which is really, really fancy name for what is essentially 3 different flavors of Jell-O layered together. I think this is more of a snack than a dessert, but I don't know if I want to try all 3 together or if I want to go one by one. Let's just do a little bit of each. We could try to get a little bit of each. Bad. It's definitely different. I was worried about the raspberry being with the club soda because that doesn't really taste like much. It tastes like weird water. But it is actually surprisingly really good. The lime and the Sprite is also like heavy on the Sprite flavor. Like a limier Sprite, which is interesting. And then the yellow is the lemon and the ginger ale. I don't taste any lemon. I just taste ginger ale. Oh, there it is. It's on the back half. Also not bad. So all 3 are really good. I am surprised by that. With using the sugar-free Jell-O, I was worried it'd just be kind of gross. But not bad. I could totally see enjoying that. Next week, we are doing Bonnie Brownie Cookie Bars. I haven't had the best of luck with mixing the cookie bars and the brownies because it seems like always one of them is not baked. So hopefully they come with better instructions and it works well. If you're interested in seeing how they come out, join us next week. I hope you all have a good one. Bye.